Well, as the safer at home order continues, Alabama is slowly reopening. Madison County facilities reopened today with social distancing guidelines still in place. Our Kelly Kennedy has the latest.
Madison County employees were greeted by a long line of people as the courthouse reopened to the public today.
We're particularly thankful for those who have patiently waited and appreciate everyone who visited these county facilities prepared to follow the new guidelines, including face covering, hand sanitizing, and maintaining physical separation.
Today, another extension was put in place for vehicle registration. Now there will be no penalty charges until June 22nd.
It's our hope today's extension will provide some relief to residents knowing there's a little more time to take care of these tags.
Although things went well as county facilities reopened, officials say people could still do better, giving the county a grade C after evaluating people getting out over the weekend.
Probably 20% of the people are wearing masks when they're going to the grocery store. We're still seeing people going in groups greater than one to do grocery shopping.
Remember, the exposure can occur, and the incubation period to time until symptoms is anywhere from 10 to 14 days. So this is like, it's not like having a daily quiz where you can get a grade every day. This is more like one exam at the end.
Health officials are strongly encouraging people to wear face masks when in public.
You don't even know yourself whether you could be positive or negative, because we have a large number of people who don't get sick with this, but could be infective to other people. So it makes sense. Keep your germs to yourself.
In-person court proceedings remain limited to emergency hearings until May 15th, and jury trials are suspended until July. Putting the Valley first, Kelly Kennedy, WZDX News.